Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy ATT back out here with IPF for episode number 2 of the Buzzer Beater Basketball Podcast.
What is up? What is up?
Oh yeah, how you been? It's been a week since we talked about basketball. What's going on with you?
I don't know. I've been busy, I guess. Managed to get an hour or so to record the podcast right now. So yeah, let's start talking, I guess, about basketball shit.
Alright, well, today we're just going to talk about the news and stuff that happened over the last week. Nothing too major, except for one really major thing. We'll see, we'll get into it. Kind of going chronologically. Not really, but first I wanted to talk about Tyson Chandler going to the Lakers and all the drama surrounding Luke Walton, because all this happened like 2 days after we recorded the last podcast of when this stuff started getting out. So it's kind of old news at this point, but I still wanted to touch on it really
Yeah, I think
quickly.
that's the issue with doing a weekly podcast. Is there are a few things are going to be kind of like not relevant by the time we get around to it.
Right.
But I think Tyson Chandler on the Lakers is still quite relevant because apparently he's actually helping them out. Like everyone's saying, he's making them a lot better. The analysts, the players on the team are happier. So,
I as a fan am much happier. At least I don't have to see.
They needed like a big body
Yeah.
inside. Like JaVale McGee's like skinny, not skinny, but like lean.
He's lean.
Not like
yeah.
He's not a shot deterrent. Whereas Tyson Chandler is like a big guy just standing inside.
Yeah,
So
I don't
it's,
remember. I don't remember the stat off the top of my head, but the last game that Tyson Chandler played, when he was on the court, opponents took like close to 20% of the shots at the rim, and when McGee was on the court, they took like 50% of their shots at the rim. Like it was a big difference. I don't remember the exact number. I saw it floating around on Twitter a couple of days ago, but like yeah, it was interesting. The thing with the Lakers is that McGee's been playing amazing for them, but he can't play 48 minutes, right? So who plays next to him? Okay, you say, oh, who plays behind him? LeBron? He doesn't want to play center. He said at the beginning of the season, it seemed like he would, but he's just like, nah, I don't want to play center. So like that's okay. Who else? Kuzma? He doesn't have the size or the strength to make a difference there. Okay, who else? Zubac? He can't. I don't remember a single play where he's guarded another center 1v1 and not fouled him. Every single time it's just him giving up free throws. So like Tyson Chandler just being there. He doesn't have to be good. He just has to be there, not turn the ball over, and get rebounds. And that's helping the team out because that's like defensive rebounding. I think Lakers were like last in the league or close to it. Like it was really awful. So I'm really glad to see that that Magic Johnson kind of realized that there was a big flaw in the roster and he went out of his way to go ahead to go fix it. Another thing that came out, I think this is a rumor. I don't think it's been reported officially or confirmed, but now that James Jones, LeBron's buddy from
Johnson.
the Heat, Johnson. Okay, it was Johnson.
No, wait. Okay, his buddy from the Heat is Jones.
Jones,
James
okay.
Jones retired. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So he retired and he's an executive for the Suns where Tyson Chandler was before. Apparently, LeBron talked to his buddy, convinced them to let go of Tyson Chandler so that the Lakers could sign him. So like,
I don't think that's allowed.
yeah, technically it's not allowed. But that's a rumor. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's been confirmed, but that's something I saw floating around Twitter as well, or like Reddit and stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's funny. I don't know if that's true or not, but for what it's worth,
Yeah.
People have been talking.
I mean,
about
personally, I'm not like the biggest fan of the Lakers, but at least what this does is it kind of stops the Luke Walton should be fired talk, which has been floating around because that guy is a good coach. Like, there's no doubt about it. It's just as a team, like LeBron teams are known for just being bad. Like the first couple of games, not even couple, like first 20 games of the season after he joins, his teams are like known for being really bad. But I feel like firing the coach already, it makes absolutely no sense because he has grown with a lot of the rookies and like he coached the majority of the team from last year. Like they brought almost everyone back, didn't they?
They brought the people that mattered back. Yeah.
Yeah, the core. They brought the core back.
Yeah.
So I think that's important. You want to have continuity with a younger team. So firing Luke Walton should not happen. So it's good that they're playing better, and can kind of just squash those rumors.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Because Luke Walton, like, he's not the best coach. Like, he has flaws. Some of his rotations don't really make sense to me. Um, Obviously, he's an NBA coach, and I'm not, and there's a reason for it. But some of the rotations I don't really understand. Some of the way he distributes minutes and stuff like that, I don't really get. But apart from that, I think he is a good coach, and more than anything, he's a coach that LeBron respects, which we know can be a problem for a LeBron team sometimes. So at least that's not an issue, and I don't think he deserves to be fired. Definitely not yet. I think at least this whole season he should be on the thing, and we see how things go. Because I'm not as high on Luke Walton as a lot of other Lakers fans are, which, like, I get why they're high on him because he seems like he knows what he's doing, but that's just not me. But yeah, I think that's it for the Lakers talk for now, at least. Do you want to talk about the Rockets and the couple of
Right.
moves that they made?
At this point in time, we are 4-6. Um, pretty much the only good news that has come out of this week is that we're picking up our defensive coordinator, which I think we talked about a little bit last week. I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember. I think we kind of touched on it because I think back then they were still in talks, but they weren't sure if they were actually
now
going to
it's
sign him or not.
confirmed.
So
Yeah, and I think he's going to be joining the team after just full time. But for now, he's like kind of in and about. So it's good. It is very good because well, it's not even like the defense hasn't even been that bad. The defense has actually been solid recently. It's the offense which has been struggling like massively, and I do have like because defense is something that if it's bad, it's not something that's just gonna get better all of a sudden. If you get what I'm saying. Like if a team is good at defense, they're good at defense. If they're bad at defense, they're bad at defense.
right.
There's nothing like I don't think there's anything like a slump in defense or something. That's a constant for most teams.
Yeah, it's not
But,
as variable as like offense. Like offense, you could just have a bad shooting night. Everybody could just have a bad shooting night, but like
Yeah,
your
which is
defensive
what
ability.
the Rockets have been dealing with for pretty much the entire season. It feels
Yeah.
like they can't seem to get their groove on offense going. Like they've been scoring less than 90 points, like I think twice now, which is the worst in the D'Antoni era.
I think so. I know. I forgot who it was. I think it was against the Thunder where they scored for sure the lowest
80?
80. Yeah,
Yeah, 80, which was the lowest they've ever scored in the D'Antoni.
also the lowest
And,
this season by any team.
Yeah, like in a season where everyone's scoring ridiculously high amounts of points, which has actually come down a bit now that I look at it.
Slightly.
just
I still
50.
think it's. I don't know the exact number, but I still think it's much higher than the average last season.
Yeah, but the Rockets have been struggling on offense, but I do have some sort of faith that it will come back around.
At least the offense, right?
Yeah, the offense. The defense is like it's been solid, so I'm not like too concerned about that. If any case, like if anything, if this Delic coming back makes it even better, then that's really good. But I think it's just gonna take some time for everyone to start clicking, and just getting everything like all guns blazing on the offensive end.
Right.
Because what happened last season was that like from day one they were locked in. You know, they beat the Warriors opening night, and then they just went on from there. So yeah, I'd say just give it some time. Yeah, they should be back.
Okay. And then what else do you want to talk about? Okay, so next you want to talk about the Cavaliers and how awful of an organization they are. First of all, I want to ask you, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but a lot of people have been talking about how Duke can beat the Cavs. What do you think?
All right, that's nonsense. Like that is just bullshit.
By the way, did you watch like the highlights or whatever of the Duke Kentucky game?
No, but everyone's saying they played ridiculously well.
Yeah,
so I
okay.
don't know.
I was hoping you did because I didn't really get into it either. But from what I
It's
saw,
college basketball. I don't like this talk of this college team could beat an NBA team. These guys are like 18 years old. They're not beating NBA players.
I agree. But all that stands for is that the Cavs are a joke at this point. Somehow they're the
I mean, they are
most
consensus worst team in the league.
yeah,
sure.
without question. Remember when Tristan Thompson said that he's gonna lead the team to the playoffs? Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be requesting a trade next week. I don't know what you mean.
I'm surprised he hasn't already. Speaking of trade requests, we all know that JR got fined for requesting a trade publicly. It was really weird. But Kyle Korver also requested a trade. And I think between the two of them, Kyle Korver is more likely to get traded because his contract is more valuable and he's
course.
a better player.
Yeah,
But
I mean, look, JR's just gonna take the ball and just start doing JR things. Whereas
right.
Corver could at least provide something to a team, just as a spot up
Hmm.
shooter. I feel like JR has almost zero value right now in the NBA.
Close to zero value. Yeah. So that's my question. Who do you think should trade for Kyle Korver, and what should they offer the Cavs?
Corver, I wouldn't be opposed to the Rockets picking up, but the Lakers would happily have him.
Yeah, Lakers
Although
would take him.
I think a lot of teams could use a Corver. Like I don't see any downside of picking him up.
I mean, he's really, really, really bad defensively.
Yeah, but
Like he's like a, he's just like a, like he just
I
lets
could see
people walk around
Toronto
him.
trying to trade for him.
I can see that.
For they could do like a CJ Miles for Corver kind of deal, something like that.
I don't know about
think they want
that.
to mess with what they have going because they are currently 12-1 and balling.
Yeah,
So,
they
yeah.
are. They're going brazy on the East right now.
But yeah, a lot of teams would appreciate a Kyle Korver on their team. So I feel like a lot of different things could happen here.
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe I think the Blazers would really like more shooting off the bench.
They would, but then they're also already their backcourt's pretty bad on defense. So
That's true.
it
But
comes
at this
back to
point,
that trade.
that might as well just be their identity, right? Just like outshoot and then let them score, because like nobody on that team can really play defense.
I mean, their defense isn't awful
Somehow.
per se,
Yeah, it's magic.
but the backcourt leaks points. That's the thing. Their front
Mhm.
court is pretty solid defensively. It's the backcourt, which is the issue. But
Yeah, I
on
think
the
you're
note
right.
of the Cavs, I really don't like how the vets are really bashing on Colin Sexton.
Right.
That's a bad environment for your rookie point guard to
Yeah.
be trying to develop in. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's unprofessional,
Mhm.
and rookie hazing is one thing, but this is just straight up telling you
Yeah,
that he's bad.
this is completely different. Like, I don't know if you guys didn't see the story or read the article or whatever. Certain Cavs players, I don't think the article mentioned names, at least the one that I read, it just said certain Cavs vets. And they
Yeah.
said Colin Sexton does not know how to play basketball. Like, that's what they're saying about him. It's like,
He's had a bad start, but rookie point guards very rarely do well at the
of
beginning.
course, like rookie point guard, especially at the point guard position, is the hardest to get acclimated to. I think he's a good talent, and I think a couple of years from now he'll be a solid starting point guard in the league. And it's just stupid.
I'm very annoyed. That's not how a professional should be acting.
Mm-hmm.
He's your rookie. You should be supporting him, saying, you got this, bro, all this other stuff. You're a team. I think it's just very stupid. I don't like how. So basically, the Cavs as an organization is doing fully, and as their vets are being very unprofessional and childlike, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah.
And they don't have much of a future. Sexton's their only young guy. Jordan Clarkson doesn't pass the ball. I don't think he's
Jordan Clarkson, I think after watching him in the Lakers and stuff, I root for the dude, him and Larry Nance. But I think Jordan Clarkson's ceiling is just a bad Lou Williams or a bad Jamal Crawford. That's
Yeah,
it.
he
He can come off the
doesn't
bench,
pass
drop
the
15,
ball.
and then that's it. I
It
can't
is
expect anything
ridiculous.
else.
I saw a couple of videos of him just running into the paint, head down, trying to shoot over 4 guys when 3 guys are open. It's just not fun to watch. I don't
Yep.
know what he's doing. He's a black hole when it comes to giving him the ball. You're not getting it back from him pretty much.
For the most part, yeah.
So the Cavs basically look awful, and it's not pretty to watch.
Okay, don't want to talk too much about them because they're just awful. Let's get into the whole Kyrie Irving, Jamal Murray nonsense. I know this is again pretty old. I don't really want to talk about the particular situation, but in general, what do you think about a player trying to do what Jamal Murray did?
Well, okay. So obviously, there's 2 sides to this argument. One is, unwritten rule. You're not supposed to do that. Game's over. We're not guarding you. You're supposed to shoot. But then the other thing is, if you don't want him to get 50, then don't let him get 48.
Okay. So what way do you fall?
Personally, I think I'm kind of old school in the thing. I don't think they should be shooting that shot.
Right.
But I feel like in certain situations it might be allowed. I guess.
Okay.
I'm not sure
what
how you're
situations?
supposed to go about it. I think if you're at home, then maybe.
Okay.
I don't. Okay, it's it is difficult, right? Everything's very subjective. If you can,
Well, yeah, obviously.
At home, I feel like you should be allowed to. If you're on the road, then if you don't want to get killed, you don't do it. Because if you're on the road and do it, then you're gonna get like punched. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I
But
could see that for sure. You go to somewhere like Detroit or like Boston, you do that, you will get like murdered.
yeah, Boston would actually like try and kill
Yeah.
someone if you did that. But I don't know, dude. Like I feel like if people started doing it at home, then sure, I don't have too much of an issue with it if it becomes a thing. But it hasn't been a thing for so long, so why should people start doing it now?
Right. No, I agree with you. I have the same take on it. I'm like, no, you shouldn't do that. If you wanted to score 50, you had the rest of the game to score 50. Like, you just couldn't do it. Okay, take 48. That's still your career high. Like, that's still a lot. It's not gonna matter if it's 48 or 50. Just take what you got and like go home. You got the win. That's all that basketball is about. It's not about personal achievements and stuff like that. You got the team win. You blew them out. Well, not blew them out, but it was a pretty good win. And like, take it and be happy. Like, that's just it.
Also, Kyrie getting fined 25K for chucking a ball into the stands is pretty funny.
Yeah, that was funny. I would have done the same thing, and I think he did deserve to get fined for that. Like, you can't just
Oh wait,
chuck
I
it up
think
there.
25 is pretty steep
That's
for
true. I
throwing a
think
ball.
yeah, that's true. But I think it's more about showing their like the emotion and stuff, because like that's what the NBA doesn't really like to
It's
see.
probably emotion and also what he said after the game.
Yeah,
Whereas, like, you
yeah,
just don't,
yeah.
like,
He
I
was
think that kind of bumped it up by like 10K probably.
yeah, probably like he was very clearly upset, and I think he deserved to be. He had that right, but that doesn't mean you just chuck the ball. It could have hit the biggest thing is it could have hit somebody that wasn't paying attention and just bopped him upside the head, and that could have been a whole other issue. Thankfully, I don't think that happened. In fact, I think a fan found it and gave the ball
Murray got
back.
the ball back.
Yeah, Murray got the
Yeah.
ball back, which is the funniest thing to me. But in a vacuum, I think like yeah, he deserved that fine. Maybe like 15K would be enough.
Yeah,
but
25 is a bit much, dude. For throwing a ball, I'm not sure.
yeah.
But on the note of Kyrie, like I feel like we found a new Hoodie Mellow type situation.
Yeah.
Haircut versus
versus versus the pro.
Kyrie. I'm looking at these stats right now.
Oh, there, you actually have the
we
stats
got-
pulled up. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, first 6 games with Kyrie with the fro, 14 points per game, 39.1% field goal, 24.13 point, minus 2.2 plus minus. After the haircut, he's averaging 29.4 points, 55.9% field goal, 53.3% 3-point, and plus 6 differential.
Yikes.
So, get a haircut, kids.
Get a haircut. You know what? I got a haircut yesterday because I had an interview today, so I had to go get a haircut yesterday. But yeah, I got my haircut, and I
Probably need
feel
a haircut too.
I feel better. I feel like a baller. Okay.
But,
Anyway.
yeah. The Celtics, like, okay, after that loss, they have like picked it up. They're playing pretty well. They had a very impressive win over the Suns, where okay, it wasn't impressive.
Yeah,
as a
I don't want to
whole.
say impressive, but
It was impressive in the fourth and overtime. That's
yeah,
what I would.
yeah.
Because
I
they were
guess.
trailing pretty much the entire game, and they managed to pick it up at the end. Then they did lose to the Jazz yesterday, so it's kind of an up and down for the Celtics, but they are a good team. I think they've gotten the short end of the stick on a few like things. Because a lot of these games have been really close. Now that I'm
Yeah.
looking at it,
Yeah, they have. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about their offense, and I'm worried about Gordon Hayward. I think I saw a report saying that he might have come back a little bit too early, and he wasn't ready for the wear and tear of an NBA season yet. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with him. I think it's still worth being patient with him because we know that he's a really good player. Obviously, like it's not like he's a rookie trying to make a name for himself. Like we know what Gordon Hayward can do.
well, the Rockets just lost. Oh, boy.
Oh, they lost? Well, unfortunate. At this moment, the Lakers are currently leading 38-26 over the Kings. So, I like to see that. But yeah, okay, I guess that's kind of it about the Celtics. Like, I still think the Celtics have the potential to be the best team in the East, and maybe, as of now, I would obviously say the Raptors look like the favorites come out of the East and play in the finals. But I think the Celtics are still up there.
I mean, the East looks pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. Those top 4 or 5 teams, I think the playoffs will be really fun.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, we'll get into that we're gonna leave the big stuff to the end. You all know what's coming. Well, if you don't know what's coming, I mean, it's probably gonna be in the title, so you should know what's coming. But yeah, we'll leave that
Also,
to the end.
quickly, on the note of the Rockets losing, I would like to point out that Carmelo Anthony has missed more shots than field goals, assists, steals, and blocks combined.
Yeah, I saw that stat. That's ridiculous.
And the Rockets are 15.4 points per 100 possessions better with him off the court.
Yo, that's a lot. That's a big difference. Maybe.
They need to get him. It's not like he didn't
But-
play today, so you can't blame shit on him. But even that.
I think it was fine that they went for that risk. I didn't criticize that move too much during the offseason.
Yeah, but then nobody expected it to be this bad.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's go. And do you want to talk about the Bucks Warriors game?
Yeah. Okay, I wouldn't put too much value into this win. It's a good win for sure, but obviously no Draymond, which has like some effect, but obviously it doesn't mean like if you remove Draymond Green, then the Bucks don't win by 26. I think they win that game. Like,
I think so too. They were really.
and what's funny was they weren't making shots like at all.
Mm-hmm.
3-pointer wasn't falling. They still managed to pull it out somehow.
Yeah,
It's a very good win.
it was a really good win for them. Giannis, like, he played amazing as always. Like, of course.
I like audibly gasped when I saw him on the fast break, and he like gathered the ball like from behind the 3-point line.
Yeah.
And then
I know what you're
and then
talking
just
about.
went 1-2, jump, missed the layup, and then put it back after. Like
Instantly, like, I don't
it's
know.
it's insane, dude. It's like you see that like how what just happened?
Yeah, like it's
I was
retarded.
in shock. I'm like, did he just travel? Like, how did he get?
How
that
did he do
far?
that? Yeah, I watched it like 5 times. I'm like, no, that doesn't look like a travel. But what can you like? That guy's a freak. Like,
It's just long ass steps, dude. I saw somewhere that he covers 15 feet with 2 steps.
how, dude? How is that? Yo, get this man out of here. Ban this dude. Hey, ban Giannis.
Yeah, suspect. That's right.
Yeah, suspect this man. Okay, but also coming out of this game, the only other story really, Curry got injured. I think he twisted his ankle.
It was the adductor strain.
Okay.
Which is the instead
Okay.
of the thigh.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. The MRI was negative.
Yeah.
Is
So
what I saw.
yeah, it's not a
And
big.
encouraging, so he should be fine.
He'll be yeah. He should be okay. For the most part, I think Steve Kerr said that I just had it open real quick. He said he's feeling better, but he's probably not gonna play the Clippers on Monday. That's what. Also, here it says it's a strained left groin. So
Yeah, left groin is like inside of the thigh. So
okay, that's what they're calling it. Yeah. Okay. But I just wanted to put that out there. Like, it's not a big deal. He should be back. And like the Warriors have no reason to rush him at all. Like, he can sit out, like a week and a half, and they'll be fine. Really. So.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's still an impressive win either way for the Bucks.
Oh yeah, for the Bucks, it's a big win for them. All right, do you want to get into the? Do you want to talk about the jerseys before we talk about the big trade?
Here, let me go up an image real quick. I haven't looked at these.
All right, let me send you. I have this link. Hold on, let me send it to you real quick. What do you think? Just off the top of your head, from what you've seen, what do you think are the best and
I
worst
like
jerseys?
the Timberwolves one,
Mm-hmm.
the pink one, and the.
By the way, I'll
green.
leave a link to a list of all of the jerseys in the description in case you guys haven't seen them yet. You can check them out alongside us.
I think
yeah.
some personal favorites are the Wolves, the Cavs. I liked actually.
You like the Cavs? I was gonna say those are the ugliest jerseys I've ever seen in my
I
life.
don't mind them. I think they're
Dude,
solid.
they're so bad. Just plain
I like
orange
them.
and blue. Like,
I
they
like
look.
the Nuggets ones. I like the Warriors.
The Warriors. I didn't see the Warriors.
I mean, it's just like the regular like Chinese.
Oh,
kind of
okay,
thing.
okay. I mean, yeah, they're
Uh,
okay.
The OKC ones are pretty good.
Yeah.
The Miami ones, the Vice ones are
Oh,
always
of course,
really good.
yeah. Yeah, the Miami Vice jerseys. And they had the full Vice court. Did you see that?
Yeah, dude, they
It
did
looks
it. They did.
so fire.
They did very well. But
Okay.
yeah, I think those are the main like really good ones.
I think a sleeper, I like the Nets a lot. Like, it's simple,
I'm
but I
seeing
love
it.
that
It
trim.
looks pretty. It looks nice. Yeah.
Let's see. I hate the Lakers. I'm gonna come out and say I think the Lakers
Yeah, it's
have
very
the
basic.
worst.
I don't.
No. The worst are the Suns. For
Or the
sure.
Rockets as well. The Rockets ones are pretty bad.
The Rockets are
Very
okay.
boring.
Like they've done that a couple. Dude, look at the Suns jersey. Okay, like we'd wear
It just
that
says
to.
Wilsons, yeah.
We just wear that to practice. Like that's awful.
Oh, speaking, the Bucks ones are actually like kind of nice as well. Like,
I
very retro.
I'm not a fan. I don't like the Pelicans either, and I don't like
I don't mind them.
the Clippers are so bad too. The Clippers look
Yeah,
whack.
just LA. Yeah.
Yeah, just plain LA. The Bucks, the Magic looks really nice, but
The Spurs are the only team which are sticking with the camo, which I'm pretty sure most teams have given up on.
yeah, because for whatever reason, the Spurs just make it work. Like it looks so good on the Spurs because they've had it for a long time. I don't want to say it's a classic look with them, but like
I think worst jerseys are maybe the Celtics are like
they're just bland.
plain, dude.
They're just like the same Celtics jerseys that you see
It's just
every
gold.
year.
It's just gold lining instead
Yeah.
of black.
Yeah,
Literally it.
like there's no difference at all. I like the Knicks.
The Hawks one is very plain.
The Hawks. I actually really like it. Like it's different from their traditional colors of like red. Like remember last year, like they popped so much the red and green, like the fluorescent ones. Like
No, they're not wearing those this year though.
yeah, I know they're not. But just like if you think about the Hawks, like that's the first thing that I like. Just red is the first thing that comes to my mind.
those ones. Yeah, I know what you mean with the line down.
Yeah, these look a lot like they're different. It's clean. It's like simple. I like it for them actually.
But yeah, I think
The Lakers are just so bad. I don't get what the thing is with the no name on the jerseys. Like Chicago and
oh, they don't have a name? I didn't realize.
like the Chicago and the 76ers, like there's nothing on the front. Like Chicago has a flag on it, I
Oh, you
think.
mean that? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just stars, I think.
Yeah, there's a star. I think that's supposed to be like the I don't know what it's supposed to be, but like there's just stars. I don't like that. I don't like that there's no name on it. There should be something like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think
Is it that
that should be
time?
it for jerseys. All right, so we shall talk about Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler got traded. My man is free. I hate
No.
that dude, by the way, but yo,
Yeah,
hold on.
I
Hold on. Before we get into this, I want to point out that the Lakers are choking their lead, and it's now 43-39. Okay,
Good job. Congratulations.
it'd be like that.
All right. So Butler, I think he's managed to alienate every person.
Okay, wait,
all of his
before-
fans in the NBA.
Before
I
that,
don't think
let's-
anybody can like him.
that's
but yeah.
true. Before that, let me tell you, the trade is, in case you haven't seen it yet, it's Jimmy Butler and Justin Patton for Robert Covington, Dario Saric, Jared Bayless, and a 2022 second-round pick from the Philadelphia
All right,
76ers.
so one thing I'd like to point out is, though I wouldn't have liked Jimmy Butler on the Rockets did offer 4 first-round picks for this guy,
Right.
and they turned around and went for Robert Covington and Dario Saric.
But you know what the funny thing is? Despite that, I wouldn't have made this move if I was the 76ers. I don't know if I like this for the 76ers. You're giving up 2 really good wing players for one, like, douche that nobody likes. He's gonna... Look, imagine what's gonna happen when he walks into that locker room, Jimmy Butler, and he sees Markelle Fultz airball a layup. And he'll be like, just imagine how he's gonna react to that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Dude. I think I personally like it.
I don't. I don't know if this is a hot take yet. I haven't listened to anybody else's reactions to it or read any articles yet. So I don't know if this is a hot take or if this is something other people are thinking as well. But I would not have given up both Robert Covington and Dario Saric for Butler for what's probably going to be a 1-year rental.
I mean, see, the way I see it is that Covington is probably okay. Saric is the most valuable asset,
Right.
but in terms of direct trading, I'd say Robert Covington and Butler, Butler's basically just a straight up upgrade on Covington.
For the most part, yeah. But the thing with Covington is he can shoot more consistently than Butler can, which is the biggest thing that the 76ers need at this point. Like, Ben Simmons can't shoot. Markelle Fultz can't shoot. Dario Saric could shoot. He's not there anymore. Robert Covington could shoot. He's not there anymore. Jimmy Butler can't really shoot. Like, he's not bad. The only shooting presence is Joel Embiid and JJ Redick at this point.
Yeah, they lack shooter. I guess they could use Korver.
They could really use Korver, really.
Korver would be a good fit.
So, like,
But,
I don't know. Like, I get that this makes them kind of better in like the short term, but I definitely wouldn't have given up Saric for and a second round pick, like and a pick as well.
I don't mind the second round. Second round is just like to make it sound better. Like who actually comes out of the second round?
Draymond Green.
Oh, boo hoo! One person in like 20
Yeah,
years.
okay. I'm not saying that it's like very valuable asset, but I'm just saying you can't throw it away. I mean, okay, it's not like the Timberwolves front office is that great to begin with, so like whatever. I don't expect them to find a gem, but it's possible they could get lucky. I don't know. I just think that they gave up a little bit. Given what else was going around for Jimmy Butler, given how little value he had, I feel like they didn't need to give up so much for him. You know?
I guess that's one way to look at it, but I don't know. I see it as what's Covington's? I know he's on like a tiny contract, but I think this might be his last year.
Covington's actually not on a tiny contract. He re-signed for a good amount. Like he got paid, I think 2 summers ago. I don't know how much it is, but
We should have pulled this up. We should pull this stuff up beforehand.
yeah, actually we should have.
Oh, Covington didn't play because he didn't get traded. Right. I mean, he got traded. He didn't
Robert
play until
Covington
the
contract.
league.
He's making 4 years, 46 million.
Contract, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, not cheap, but like
it's worth it for him.
bad.
Like he's
And
worth
Sarge
that.
is
I
still
think. Sarge is still on a rookie deal. I'm pretty sure.
this.
Dario Saric contract. Can't
Yeah,
find.
2 mil, 2 years remaining.
Yeah, so like that's a bargain. Like he's a
So
really
I
good
don't
player.
know. I think I like this for the Timberwolves. They basically haven't given up anything, and they managed to get 2 good players out of it.
2 really good wing players. That's exactly what they needed. Some shooting, some defense from both of them. Sarge is like, I think he could be the third fiddle there perfectly for them in the future. Like they're on the same timeline as Cat and Wiggins. Who also should trade Wiggins as well, but we'll get into that another day.
Yeah. I think. I mean, I like it for the Wolves. For the Sixers, it's it obviously shows that they want to basically go for it this year.
Yeah, It's a win. It's a win now move. It's a very very win now move.
And if it works out, that could put them like right in top of the East contention. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough to say.
Yeah, like I I I think it'll take time. I really don't know what the locker room is gonna look like with Jimmy Butler there now, because he's just a douche, really. Like at this point in his career, he's just unlikable. So I don't know how he'll fit with like how is he gonna react to Joel Embiid clowning on Twitter when he's out there busting his ass trying to work out? Like it's gonna be the same thing that it was with Karl Anthony Towns, I think, or similar at least. Like okay, yeah, Embiid is better than Towns in my opinion, and he probably works harder. Like he doesn't play PUBG 24 hours a day, but like I don't know if Butler's gonna be happy there, and either if he's not happy there, either he's gonna like create a scene or he's just not gonna sign, and then you ended up giving up a lot of assets for nothing. So I don't know. I don't think I like this trade too much for the 76ers.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would have to talk myself into it in order to be convinced. I think we'll find out once he plays his first game how well the fit's gonna be.
Yeah.
But it's tough to see him trying to play alongside Fultz, Simmons. Like
Yeah.
Fultz has not panned out. I don't know what's happening with that dude.
Do you want to talk about that, Markelle Fultz? I think okay. Is it possible for them to undraft him, send him back to Kentucky for 2 years, and then pick him up again later? Like, this guy is not ready for the NBA. And
Something
it's
is
just
wrong.
simple.
I just don't know what's wrong with it. Like, it's.
I can't figure it out either. It doesn't make any sense to me. You're the doctor. You're the one. You should know. Okay,
Dude,
what
it's
has
not
to
even-
happen?
It's not even like medical or anything. It's just.
You think it's a mental thing with him? Like
I don't know,
psychologically,
dude.
he's just not.
He might just be bad at this point. I'm not sure.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far because he was special coming out of the draft.
And then he came out into the NBA and has done nothing so far.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think he had a single good performance except for like barring one game. I think where
yeah,
he did like solid.
he had like triple-double sometime last season, I think. Maybe I'm misremembering. I feel like that's something I saw, but yeah, he's definitely not, like, he hasn't panned out yet. I still think he's young, and I think he'll turn it around. But you know what I think? Okay, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I think this is gonna turn into a really weird situation where he doesn't do well for the next 2 years. They don't like sign him to the rookie extension or whatever. Somebody else picks him up. They get him on a cheap contract, and then he explodes. And he's gonna be the most valuable player in the, like, one of the most valuable contracts.
I'm starting to see flashes of Michael Carter Williams without the season. Like, that's actually how I'm starting to see this guy.
Do you really think it's gonna be that bad with him?
I don't know, dude. I haven't seen there's been nothing encouraging about the way he's been playing.
Yeah, the only reason I have any faith is because he was so good in college. That's it. Like, obviously nothing in the last year, and like exactly 1 year, nothing is good about him.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's tough, I guess. I'm not sure. I mean, we can wait. I feel like if he can like turn it around this season, then he's gonna be proving himself as a player. A lot of his career actually depends on this season, in my eyes.
I do too.
If this is another flop of the season, then I think it's tough for him to be able to get a deal. I think teams will take him, like in case the Sixers don't re-sign.
Mm-hmm.
Teams will definitely take a flyer on him. It's just for his mentality and all this other stuff, whether it's good or not. So yeah, I think we've covered pretty much everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so if you want to talk about just like random reactions to stuff, or do you want to talk about the other thing that I mentioned before we started?
I mean, do you want to start it this week or next week?
I think we can wait till next week probably.
Yeah.
But so that it? You want to cut it out? It's only been like, well, let me see. We're only at 35 minutes, so if you want to.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like stupid long or anything.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess this is it. This is gonna be a short one. Last week was an hour and a half, and that's basically because we talked about
we went through every single team. Yeah.
Every single team, and we like really broke them down. I think so. Yeah.
I guess what we'll be doing is like a recap week.
Kind of, yeah. I think that's it. The biggest thing is we're gonna be talking about the news. So if you miss anything, you come here, and we're gonna cover all of it. We're at least gonna touch on a little bit and give our opinions on it. But it's also gonna be fun. Like it's just entertaining, Have something to listen to in the back where you're chilling. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this week. Then, do you have anything you want to plug, or anything in particular?
I guess just my Twitter and YouTube.
It's Twitter and YouTube. Okay. Links to IPF in the description. I'll also leave a link to the jerseys, a list of all 30 city jerseys in the NBA. So you can go and check those out if you haven't yet. And that's it. Thanks for listening, and I will see y'all next week. Goodbye.